He is a legitimate Aikido black belt. In fact, he was an instructor, one of the very first Americans to teach at a dojo in Japan.
Steven Seagal, a man of numerous abilities, is known for his military expressions, ability activity stuffed motion pictures, and bigger-than-life persona. But there's more to this cryptic figure than meets the eye. Connect us as we delve into 15 captivating realities, almost the life and career of Steven Seagal. Tibetan Buddhism, Japanese Zen, and Tulku recognition. Steven Seagal's otherworldly travel has been a central portion of his life and career, with the performing artist investigating different shapes of Buddhism. Over a long time, Seagal's intrigue in Buddhism started amid his time in Japan, where he considered Aikido and got to be interested with the country's wealthy otherworldly conventions. One of the foremost noteworthy viewpoints of Seagal's otherworldly home is his commitment to Tibetan Buddhism. Seagal has been an understudy of Tibetan Buddhism for a long time, and has indeed been recognized as a Tielu or resurrected Lama by his Heavenliness Penor Reno, two friars that were strolling over the bridge. He said, "What is the Buddha nature?" and the more seasoned Mon picked him up and tossed him within the water. The recognition of Seagal as a Tulu could be an uncommon and noteworthy honor, especially for a Westerner in Tibetan Buddhism. Aulu is accepted to be the resurrection of a past Lama, and is regularly distinguished at a youthful age based on different signs. Seagal's acknowledgement as a Tulku has not been without discussion. Be that as it may, a few within the Buddhist community have addressed whether the actor's otherworldly hone is veritable, or whether it is essentially another perspective of his bigger-than-life persona. In spite of these reactions, Seagal has remained committed to his Buddhist hone, and has indeed utilized his stage to raise mindfulness, approximately issues confronting the Tibetan individuals. He has been a blunt advocate for Tibetan autonomy, and has met with different Tibetan pioneers over a long time, counting the Dalai Lama. Rise to action movie stardom. Steven Seagal's move from military expressions educators to Hollywood activity saint was a quick and brilliant rise. His Make a Big Appearance film, Over the Law 1988, showcased his military expressions abilities and presented gatherings of people to his signature fashion of activity. The motion picture was a commercial victory, grossing over $18 million at the box office, and setting up Seagal as a drive to be figured with within the activity class. Seagal's follow-up movies Difficult to Slaughter 1990 and Stamped for Passing 1990 Advance cemented his status as a driving activity star. His on-screen persona was that of a non-nonsense intense, as Nail's character, who apportioned equity with his clench hands and feet gatherings of people, were drawn to Seagal's realness as his genuine life military expressions foundation loaned validity to his exhibitions. Hello SK, how you doing as the one of Seagal's most iconic parts came within the 1992 film Beneath Attack. In this box office hit, Seagal depicted a previous Naval Force SEAL turned cook who must spare a war vessel from fear-based oppressors. The film victory impelled Seagal to indeed more noteworthy statures, setting his position as one of Hollywood's most bankable activity stars all through the 1990s. Seagal proceeded to churn out activity movies that followed to his attempted and genuine equation, motion pictures like On Dangerous Ground, 1994, Official Choice 1996, and Fire Down. Underneath 1997 showcased Seagal's military expressions ability and intense fellow persona, whereas pundits regularly rejected these movies as equation-based gatherings of people couldn't get sufficient of Seagal's brand of activity. Law enforcement work and reality TV. Steven Seagal's career has not been constrained to the world of military expressions, and Hollywood. The on-screen character has moreover been included in different law requirement parts, both in genuine life and on TV within the late 1980s. Seagal started working as a reserve agent sheriff in Jefferson area, Louisiana. he allegedly volunteered his time and ability to assist prepare nearby law requirement officers in military expressions methods and hand-to-hand combat. Seagal's association with the Sheriff's Division endured for a long time, amid which he taken an interest in different operations and earned the regard of his individual officers. Seagal's law requirement work took on a more open confront in 2009 with the dispatch of his reality TV appear. Steven Seagal lawman being a cop, I think, is uncommon. I have a part of pride in being a police officer. Somebody who truly and genuinely is there to ensure and serve the arrangement taken after Seagal, as he worked as a SAVE appointee in Jefferson area, reacting to genuine life violations and crises. The Appear advertised watchers a see into Seagal's life as a law requirement officer, displaying his military expressions abilities and his commitment to serving the community. Steven Seagal lawman ran for 3 seasons and was met with blended surveys. A few pundits lauded Seagal for utilizing his celebrity status to bring consideration to the imperative work of law requirement, whereas others denounced the Appear of being a self-serving conceit venture, notwithstanding of the suppositions the arrangement given an interesting point of view on Seagal's life and career. Martial arts, background and achievements. Steven Seagal's Military Expressions Foundation is the establishment upon which he built his career, whereas he is most well known for his capability in Iido Seagal's military expressions. Travel started with Shotokan Karate and Shito Ryu Karate. These early encounters laid the foundation for his future victory within the world of military expressions. It was amid his time in Japan that Seagal really devoted himself to the consider of Iido beneath the direction of Ace Koichi. Toei Seagal sharpened his abilities and created a profound understanding of the craftsmanship. His commitment and characteristic ability were apparent, and he rapidly rose through the positions, winning a dark belt and the regard of his peers. Seagal's accomplishment of opening his Poses Aido dojo in Japan was a confirmation to his ability and commitment as an outsider. He confronted critical social and conventional B obstructions, but his energy for the craftsmanship and his evident capacity made a difference. Him overcome these impediments, his dojo pulled in understudies from all over the world, energetic to memorize from the charismatic and skilled sensei. In expansion to Aikido, Seagal has moreover considered other military expressions, disciplines counting Judo, Kendo, and Karate. This assorted foundation has educated his one-of-a-kind fashion, which joins components from different expressions to form a liquid and viable approach to combat. Seagal's method emphasizes the utilize of use timing and precision to neutralize rivals instead of depending exclusively on brute quality. Confrontation with Judo Master Jean LaBelle. One of the foremost notorious stories encompassing Steven Seagal's military expressions career includes his showdown with incredible judo ace Jean LaBelle, the occurrence which purportedly took put on the set of the 1991 film Out for Equity has ended up a subject of much hypothesis and talk about inside the military expressions. Community concurring to the story, Seagal was bragging approximately his Aido aptitudes on set, claiming that his methods were predominant to those of other military expressions, counting Judo Leal, who was working as a stunt facilitator on the film, took issue with Seagal's comments and challenged him to an inviting fighting match. What happened? Another may be a matter of a few dispute. Some accounts propose that Leal rapidly gained the upper hand within the coordinate, utilizing his judo aptitudes to require Seagal to the ground and apply a chokehold. Others claim that Seagal held his claim against the more experienced level, utilizing his Aido procedures to protect himself. Notwithstanding of the specifics, it is broadly accepted that the coordinate finished with Seagal losing awareness due to LaBelle's chokehold. The occurrence was supposedly seen by a few individuals on set, in spite of the fact that Seagal himself has denied that it ever took. Put, the story of Seagal's confrontation with Leal has taken on a life of its claim over a long time, with numerous within the military expressions community seeing it as a cautionary story, almost the perils of belittling one's adversaries. A few have indeed recommended that the occurrence harmed Seagal's reputation within the industry because it called into address his claims of military expressions amazingness. Controversies, legal battles and accusations. All through his career, Steven Seagal has been no stranger to contention and lawful inconveniences. The on-screen character has confronted various allegations and claims over a long time, extending from badgering and ambush to contract debate and natural infringement. One of the foremost high-profile contentions encompassing Seagal includes charges of sexual offense in 2018. A few ladies came forward with allegations that Seagal had sexually annoyed or ambushed them, counting on-screen characters. Pros D. Roy and Juliana Margulies' on-screen character in Hollywood is presently blamed of attack. Two ladies have come forward claiming Steven Seagal assaulted them. Seal denied the charges, but the discussion started a broader conversation around unfortunate behavior within the excitement industry. In expansion to thecal unfortunate behavior charges, Seagal has confronted legitimate fights related to his proficient career in 2002. He was sued by maker Julius Naos, who claimed that Seagal had supported out of a contract to create a few movies. The case was in the long run settled out of court, but not some time recently Seagal confronted allegations of swarm ties and other criminal exercises. Seagal has confronted feedback for his natural record, especially related to his commerce wonders in 2013. He was sued by the Securities and Trade Commission (SEC) over his inclusion with a company called Bitcoin, 2Gen, which was charged of working as an unlawful pyramid conspire. Seagal settled the case without conceding wrongdoing, but the occurrence raised questions almost his judgment and judgment. In spite of these contentions and legitimate troubles, Seagal has overseen to preserve a committed fan base and proceed his career in amusement. Be that as it may, his notoriety has without a doubt been discolored by the allegations and claims he has confronted over a long time. Dismissive attitude towards other action stars. Steven Seagal's certainty in his military expressions capacities is well known, but it has driven him to be cavalier of other activity stars, and their aptitudes over a long time. Seal has made a few questionable comments, approximately his counterparts frequently proposing that he may effortlessly vanquish them in a battle. One of the foremost eminent illustrations of this behavior includes Seagal's fight with Jean-Claude Van Damme in interviews. Seagal has more than once claimed that he may beat Van Damme in a battle, expressing that the Belgian on-screen character military expressions abilities are second-rate to his possess. I think that's a matter of conclusion that he was a winner. Any place Van Damme for his portion has reacted by challenging Seagal to a battle, in spite of the fact that the two have never really confronted off in a genuine life show. Down Seagal has moreover been pretentious of other activity stars like Michael G. White and Jackie Chan. He has proposed that these on-screen characters depend more on choreography and uncommon impacts than on honest-to-goodness military expressions ability, and has suggested that he seem effortlessly outfight them in a genuine world situation. These comments have not gone over well with numerous within the military expressions community who see Seal's demeanor as pompous and insolent. A few have charged the performing artist of utilizing his plat shape to put down the accomplishments of other military specialists, whereas others have addressed whether his claim aptitudes are as noteworthy as he claims. Musical Pursuit and Steven Seagal and Thunderbox. Whereas Steven Seagal is best known for his military expressions abilities and activity motion picture parts, he is additionally an fulfilled artist. Seagal's adore of music started at an early age, and he has been playing the guitar since he was 12, a long time ancient. In 2004, Seagal shaped a blues band called Steven Seagal and Thunderbox. The band, which highlights Seagal on lead guitar and vocals, has discharged a few collections over a long time, exhibiting the actor's melodic abilities and his adore of the blues class. Seagal's music has been lauded by fault finders for its genuineness and its adherence to conventional blues styles. He has cited specialists like B.B. Lord and Albert Lord as major impacts on his playing, and his music frequently highlights classic blues topics like Adore Misfortune and Recovery. In expansion to his work with Thunderbox, Seagal has too collaborated with other performers. Over the long time he has performed with the likes of B.B. Lord and John Lee Hooker, and has indeed had the opportunity to play for world pioneers like Vladimir Putin. Environmental and animal rights activism. Steven Seagal's energy for the environment and creature rights has been a steady topic all through his life and career. The on-screen character has utilized his stage to raise mindfulness, approximately different natural issues, and has been included in a few high-profile campaigns over the long time. One of Seagal's most outstanding natural endeavors has been his work to ensure the Amazon rainforest within the early 1990s. Seagal traveled to Brazil to meet with inborn pioneers and learn around the dangers confronting the rainforest, counting deforestation and the disarrangement of inborn communities in my life. Went through a parcel of time looking at incredible mutts around the world, of course. In Germany and France, seen Czech Republic, seen a parcel of extraordinary mutts. Seagal has too been a candid advocate for creature rights and has been included in different campaigns to conclusion creature pitilessness and misuse. He has talked out against the utilize of creatures in amusement and has indeed utilized his military expressions, abilities to illustrate the impact viability of peaceful struggle, determination in expansion, to his work on sake of the environment and creatures. Seagal has too been included in different helpful endeavors. Over the long time he has worked with organizations just like the Ruddy Cross and Specialists Without Borders to supply help to communities in require, and has indeed utilized his claim assets to finance different charitable ventures. Personal life and multiple marriages. All through his life, Steven Seagal has been hitched 4 times and has 7 children. His individual life has been a theme of much talk and theory over the long time, with numerous fans and pundits alike captivated by the points of interest of his connections and family life. Seagal's to begin with marriage was to Makako Fujitani, a Japanese Aikido teachers. The couple met, whereas Seagal was living and preparing in Japan, and they were hitched from 1975 to 1986. Together, they had 2 children, a child named Kento and a girl named Ako, after his separate from Fujitani Seagal, hitched performing artist Adrian LaRussa in 1984. In any case, the marriage was short-lived and was invalidated the same year in 1987. Seagal hitched performing artist Kelly Leck, with whom he had 3 children girls, Annalita and Arisa, and child Dominic. The couple's relationship was frequently the subject of newspaper features, with rumors of treachery and mishandle. They separated in 1996. Seal's 4th and current marriage is to Mongolian artist Atuya Batu, whom he hitched in 2009. The couple has 1 child together named Kunzang. Diplomatic endeavors and special representative role. In later a long time, Steven Seagal has taken on an unused part as a conciliatory figure, utilizing his celebrity status and individual associations to cultivate connections between different nations and communities. One of Seagal's most striking conciliatory endeavors has been his work to make strides relations between the joined-together states and Russia. Seagal, who encompasses a long-standing fellowship with Russian President Vladimir Putin, has been included in different social and conciliatory trades between the 2 nations. In 200-118 SE Lady was authoritatively named as an extraordinary agent of the Russian Remote Service, with a center on advancing compassionate ties between Russia and the joined together states. Nowadays, performing artist Steven Seagal contains a modern part. Russia's Service of Outside Undertakings says Seagal has been named an uncommon agent on us Russian helpful ties. The arrangement was met with a few skepticism by those who addressed Seagal's capabilities for the part, but the performing artist has remained committed to his conciliatory endeavors. Seagal's work as an uncommon agent has not been constrained to Russia. Be that as it may, he has moreover been included in different discretionary endeavors in other parts of the world, counting Serbia and Thailand. In Serbia, Seal has been included in different social and helpful ventures, counting the development of a military expressions, Preparing center in Belgrade, he has too met with Serbian pioneers to examine ways to progress relations between Serbia and the joined together states in Thailand. Seal has been included in endeavors to advance tourism and social trade between the two nations. He has met with Thai officials and trade pioneers to talk about ways to fortify ties between Thailand and the joined together states. Please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos like these.